veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play. How I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes.
All the way from start to finish. Perez held the lead very early on. Was able to build quite a gap to Charles Leclerc. Verstappen was able to get up in the third ahead of Sergio Perez. Then about lap 30. Or no, it was the Latifi crash. The Latifi crash is what causes the safety car to come out. And it screws Perez because 2 laps prior, a lap prior, Perez pitted to put on the hard tires to go to the end of the race. Absolutely screws Perez at this point. And this puts Leclerc into the lead. Had a little bit of controversy here. I'm not going to lie. I really think that the FIA need to look at the release from the pit stop of Verstappen during the safety car period when Sainz was coming into the pits. And then I think Perez deserved a penalty there, but because Perez let Sainz go right after the green flag dropped in this race, I think that's potentially why they didn't give him any kind of penalty, which I don't necessarily agree with. Like, you obviously committed a penalty bad enough that you handed the place over to Sainz. Like, just because you hand it over doesn't mean that you still don't deserve some kind of penalty there. So it's still kind of a little bit questionable to me, but Perez falls back to 4th after the restart. Leclerc holds the lead for a good portion of this race, does an absolutely amazing job. Until about lap 35, we had Alonso, Bottas, Daniel Ricciardo all basically drop out of the race. Alonso and Ricciardo, basically, their cars stopped right at pit lane. So they had to close pit lane down. So that brings out the virtual safety car. I question this move as well from the FIA. FIA talks about safety all the time, safety of not only the drivers but the marshals. And you have a virtual safety car, which means they drop down to speeds of 40%. It's supposed to be 40% of what normal race speed would be. You've got marshals in pit lane pushing cars out of the way, and you're running still at 40% of what those speeds are. Like, I'm sorry. When you've got 2 cars that are blocking pit lane, that should have been an automatic safety car. I know, I get it. It bunches up the field, but you have to watch out for marshal safety, and I don't think the FIA did it. Magnussen and Hamilton, who both started on hards, were able to pit during the virtual safety car. This did drop them back just outside of the points, but they were able to get back inside the points towards the end of the race. Just an absolutely... I can't fault Leclerc for anything he did in this race. He did an absolutely amazing job all throughout. He was able to defend so well for Verstappen there for so long. And it just, unfortunately, towards the end of the race, Verstappen just had a really great run through turn 27, was able to basically bait Charles Leclerc out and made Charles Leclerc basically make a defending move that he didn't need to make, and that brought Leclerc closer to him. And then that it was allowed Verstappen at the very end, with about 2 laps to go, to be able to pass Leclerc and basically hold on for the victory, winning the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Give you a rundown of the top 10 positions. So top 10 positions are, you've got Verstappen in first, Leclerc in second, Carlos Sainz in third, so that gives Ferrari another podium, 2-3 podium for them. Sergio Perez finishes fourth. Russell with a great finish here. Russell finishing fifth for Mercedes. You had Esteban Ocon finishing sixth. Lando Norris, great run from him for McLaren. That's their first points of the season. He finishes seventh. Pierre Gasly finishes 8th. Kevin Magnussen, another points finish for Haas. That puts him in 9th place. And then Lewis Hamilton ends up getting a point out of this race, getting 10th. Guan Yu Zhou finishing 11th. 12th was Nico Hülkenberg. And then the people that dropped out of this race towards the end, you had Lance Stroll and Alexander Albon, who Stroll is absolutely an idiot for the move he attempted to pull, trying to keep Albon from passing him. He deserves a penalty for that by far. You had Lance Stroll in 13th, Albon 14th, Bottas 15th. 16th, you had Fernando Alonso. 17th, you had Daniel Ricciardo. 18th, you had Latifi. And 19th, who did not even start the race, was Yuki Tsunoda. So, absolutely amazing race. Points have not been quite updated yet as of this writing. So I will put the standings in at the end of the video for you guys to see, because I'm going to break this off of the watch along, and I'm going to go ahead and put out its very own race recap. But absolutely fantastic race. Kind of again, it was another Bahrain where it got kind of boring there in the middle parts of the race. But very good fight at the end between Leclerc and Verstappen, and I think we're in store for plenty more of those to come throughout the season. So again, thank you guys so much for watching the video today and joining me on this watch along, watching Formula One as they had the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix today. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Remember, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new for more wonderful Formula One content. Slap a like on this video as well, so that makes me know and lets me know to do maybe more of these watch-alongs, or maybe to have some, friends join in and watch a Formula One race. But thank you guys so much for watching.
Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots.